Hi Sagittarius, it's Power and Light Tarot coming at you with the reading, and today we have another bomb reading. We hope you guys are all well, Sagittarius, and I feel like we have a very interesting reading here. And I feel like right now, Sagittarius, you are, for some of you guys, you could be concerned about travel, but I feel like you are trying to be open-minded about maybe something for your business, or just something, being open-minded about love, about maybe where you want to live, but you're being open-minded about something, because I feel like you are trying to figure something out for yourself. Yeah. So let's get into it here. This is going to be a love reading. We have your person's energy down here. And today we're using an interesting deck, at least for part of it, right? Because, yeah, and before we begin, if you would like a free 5-minute psychic reading, you can get one with Mystic Sense. Yeah, all that Mystic Sense information is below in the description box if you click on the link. And also, if you would like a reading with me, you may get one of those. And go to my About tab here on my YouTube page, and you will see the information there. And yeah, anybody who has asked for a reading thus far will be answered tomorrow. Yeah, they will. Yeah, and so today is the 4th. It is. And yeah, and happy 4th, you guys, because yeah, that was made for independence and liberty. And I don't know if anybody realizes. I feel like a lot of people do. Yeah, I've been talking. Those are waning, right? Your liberty, right? Yeah, it's because they have distracted people with all these kind of things. Every day there's something new going on. Yeah. But let's get back to this, Sagittarius, because this is all about higher consciousness. It is. And that can help people hold on to their liberties. Yeah, it can. Once they are awakened, they just don't stand for shit. Yeah, they don't. So, but on my YouTube page here on the About tab, you can get a psychic reading. You may, and those are coming up very successful. Here's my Silva Grad back here. That is about your psychic abilities. It is. And also I have video readings. I still have the promotional video for sale. And then, of course, and we have video chats. Let's get back into this, all right? Because Sagittarius, yeah, as I said, you're being open-minded about something. I feel like maybe you have been worried about something. Yeah, we have the 9 of Spades. She can't sleep. Her eyes are wide open here, Sagittarius. Her eyes are. And with regard to your person, what is on their mind here? This person is leaving behind worries. And not sure if they look like this lady here. They sure don't have to. But she's in her boat and she's headed. She has a destination. And this is leaving worries behind. Your person may be the Queen of Pentacles. They may be the Queen of anybody, really. But the Queen of Pentacles in this deck talks about somebody who is kind of owning their masculine and their feminine energy both, which means that they must have gone through an awakening, unless they were born like the Dalai Lama, maybe, right? But long story short here, this is a connection between the inner world and the outer world. This is what everybody needs. But they have all these not thrillers, horror movies and all this stuff. And, of course, society and the churches too, telling you that, your divination is like spooky and you're creepy and all this kind of stuff, right? But right here, this person is, I feel like they have raised their consciousness. Yeah. And maybe they did it after some type of a huge burden on them, right? This is when we awaken, when we experience crisis, right? Or crises, right? Hopefully not crises, because that's the plural, right? We don't need a plural. We don't need several crises or crises. Yeah. So let's see what else we have. Your person has a 10 of Wands. And here we see them with the 6 of Swords, rowing away, leaving worries behind. This 10 of Wands is, she's got these, it's hard to see these cards, but here's the pretty lady, but she's put these vines over her mouth and she can see over it. So your person created their own burdens here, and now they're leaving it behind with the 6 of Swords. And they did it because they are awakened. Yeah, they did. And this is how you figure your whole damn life out. Yeah. As people have tons of money, all right, and they still can't, they still don't really understand what life is and their own really and their own powers. So this is when they try to take other people's powers, right? Societies even, yeah, 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 yeah. So let's look at that 10 of Wands here, and I was just listening to Gaia, and it was so cool. And I was listening to a Hawaiian seer, and then before that, the natives were speaking, right? Yeah, and it was so profound. So let's get into this here. Let's look at what your person has for the 10 of Wands, where they have covered their face with these thick vines, and they have removed them because they're in the Six of Swords energy after they have awakened. And this 10 of Wands is a responsibility or a burden. Okay, well, that's what I was saying here, but they have made it themselves. She's holding this in front of her face, but they've moved on from that. Yeah, your person dropped a burden. So, Sagittarius, to start the reading, we have the Hanged Man, and this is the gnome, right? And, gnomes are enlightened creatures. So for him to put himself up there, he really had a headache. Yeah, he did. Right? Yeah. And we have the Mystic Healer. So, we see somebody has grown or kind of cured themselves, but really what it is awakened. Yeah. And with the awakening, they have become healers, right? The seers used to be healers. I mean, they still are, but back in the day, yeah, it's back in the day, the seers were, they were psychologists, they were astrologers. I mean, it goes on, right? And this is where we, back in the day, where we mixed spirituality with science and religion, basically, not organized religion, but yeah. And so we have the Mystic Healer, healing energy flows through you. We have the creative endeavor. This is an event, right? And so here is this easel, but somebody's going to put a notice here on this easel, right? And next to the easel here, because we see the canvas, or the blank kind of sign here, I suppose, if you will, but and then we have the vines around it to kind of showcase it. It looks like the bird is here. This is kind of interesting down here, but we also have the cello in the background, so there's going to be some type of happy or musical event. And, Lambada, his name is Lambda. Somebody was talking about Lambada on Saturday. They were. And so Lambda he is really the gnome hanged man. That's his name. And interesting how they call him Le Pendu, right? In French, he's like a pendulum. He's hanging, right? Yeah, I find that. I love language, right? Because it's all good, right? And el colgado in Spanish is hung up. Yeah, it is. Like when you hang up the phone, right? It's like, yeah. And but this person has, whoever they are, Sagittarius, put themselves up here to figure out their life. And when they went up here, basically, they realized they had to sacrifice something in their life because of an awakening. And so right now, the energy with the moon is, it's a full moon in Capricorn, but it is about leaving something behind. It does. And so we are going to be leaving something behind, also with the nodes, but everybody will be leaving something behind. It doesn't have to be major, but everybody will leave something behind for something better, like, or because they believe in this now and they don't believe in that anymore, but there's some type of leaving behind going on. I feel like the Hangman has done that here as a sacrifice. The Mystic Healer healing energy flows through you, and the creative endeavor. These are all, somebody here has awakened, my point. And this whole Hangman it's an awakening, but with that higher consciousness comes a sacrifice, right? Every time we have, because sometimes we go through transformations a few times in our life, but every time we have gone through one, or we experience that, there's always some type of a sacrifice or a crisis. It just depends, right? And the natives didn't go through all these crises, and right, and back in the day, but with Western society, they have taken away that and said, you're a nut, you're a you're spooky, wooky, or whatever they said, not just said, but, imposed on society, right? Because they don't really want you to understand your powers. So when that happened, people became disconnected. So this person has become reconnected, basically, or become connected. Your person is connected to the divine. They want to create something with you. It's an event. It's a relationship or a return or a marriage or something like that, but it's an event. Maybe for some it's not an event. Maybe there's some type of growing here where a higher consciousness where maybe you're both in a band and you wrote a song together and now, or just some type of event. It could be changing careers. That's a major event, isn't it? And the garden and the gate also talks about wanting to make a sacrifice. The little girl sits here and she's behind the gate and her eyes are fixated to the side, like she doesn't want to. She's like, well, I wonder how it would be outside of the gate. So she lives in this very beautiful house because you can tell by the courtyard and the landscaping here. And every day she goes to pick flowers. She has flowers there. And when she gets there, she goes, I wonder how it would be on the outside. I'm really not that happy here. So somebody is opening the gate. This is the whole point of this. And, there could be money here, and your person could be the one of these is leaving money worries behind. I feel like it's the Six of Swords. But maybe you are kind of in your own situation about money, Sagittarius. It could also be that you are changing careers too. You could be traveling. Yeah, it's really interesting here. I do find that to be interesting. Let's look at, but your person here is, I feel like they're leaving something behind because of a higher consciousness, because of an awakening. And here they are, the Queen of Diamonds here, and that person is doing that because they are connected to the inner and the outer world. We also have, after the garden and the gate, Sagittarius, dun, 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 right? No, it's really cool here. We have true love. Yeah. And it says this love is once in a lifetime. It's right after the garden and the gate. So whoever is in love with you truly here has thought about coming many times with the garden and the gate. We have, I'm going to show you their cards in just a bit, Sagittarius, because this is just how we're doing it today. This is how we do it. Yeah, let's get some shuffles in for Sagittarius. Let's see what we got. And their person. Let's see what we have today. Right, yeah. Let's see what we got. Going to see a movie tonight. And the movie is called The Sound of Freedom. And they are exposing the trafficking. Yeah, we're not going to discuss it here, but I'm going to watch it, and because I want to support people understanding, people awakening to what's really going on. Like people, I want people to understand what this society is about, right? Not just this one, but I don't mean us. I don't mean us, the people. No. So let's see what we got, Sagittarius. Let's look at yours and your person's challenge. Yeah, and that is, yeah, the man who's playing that is Jim Caviezel. And please don't make comments on it because I don't want people to know. But I don't want these, where I'm uploading those people to know. But he is, yeah, please don't. They're following, they're watching, yeah. But Jim Caviezel is, he played Passion of the Christ, right? So you don't have to believe in Christ. It's not about that. It's about, that movie is about saving kids. It's a documentary. Let's see what we have, Sagittarius. And yeah, I want to support that information getting out there. A lot of people don't know. I've been knowing for a long time. Let's look here now, Sagittarius, at your challenge. And it starts with the Queen of Pentacles reversed. Here she is. And she is in the reverse. This is your challenge. And we have the Queen of Diamonds down here, and she could be the Queen of Pentacles. Your person's challenge, Sagittarius. Wow. Why do we have all these reversed? Oh, wow. We have their challenge is the Page of Swords reversed. The Page of Swords in a challenge really, I feel like, is I already know what I want. I made up my mind. I'm not thinking about it anymore. The curiosity kind of in terms of I need to understand this or understand that. That's gone here. Your person knows what they want, and right next to it is the Six of Swords. This person's coming, Sagittarius, and they left the garden. They did, right? And they said, let me have my organic seeds before I go, right? Somebody told me that they are hoarding them. If you guys know who they are, I hope you know. If you don't know then, oh my goodness, Sagittarius, I feel like you do, right? I met a Honduran man at the river, and he was very, very awakened, very much. And it was really interesting, the conversation we had. Yeah. I also did a psychic reading on him, and come to learn he's very awakened, right? Yeah. So let's see what we have, Sagittarius. Your desire here or hope is the World card. Now, I'll hold it up here covering it because we know she's a beautiful young woman who is, you know, she is undressed. And this is in your hopes. And this card here, Sagittarius, known as the Ace of Diamonds, is the World card. It talks about peace, travel, and open-mindedness. You're very open-minded here. And about something you want here. I feel like you probably want this person to come forward. This probably is your true love. It can also be in this reading that you're also thinking of traveling, and you have something else on your mind as well. Maybe business, right? It could definitely be. Because you have the Four of Diamonds here. Let's look at that Four of Diamonds. I'm really curious what that, I forgot what that is here because I don't use this deck often. Let's see what it says, Sagittarius. The Four of Diamonds, preoccupation with material possessions. That could have been your person though, right? It could be. It could be you are kind of worried if this person will stay maybe in that place, right? It looks like, Sagittarius, you're kind of waiting for somebody who might have been in another relationship. A relationship they weren't really happy with the garden and the gate, right? Who cares about really nice, about a lot of money if, you have to go in the house, it's time to go to bed, and they say, come to bed, honey, and you're like, oh my God, no. I don't want to go. Please help. Power and light help, right? Right. I mean, for me, love and is way more important than money. Yeah, it is, especially regarding a partner. Good God, right? So you're hoping to have this wish come true, and your fears, Sagittarius. It's a doubt. We don't really, yeah, doubt is Ten of Pentacles reversed. This could just be a part of, kind of part of your thoughts, but this could be a few things. You could be maybe knowing something else won't work out. You might know this person's unhappy. This could be you doubting they're going to come forward. It might be that. It could be maybe you are worried about your own money here. Ten of Pentacles reversed, right? That can talk about a few things. Can talk about a family, money, legacy. Just, you can talk about a few things. And, so let's see what else we have. And in your unknown energy, Sagittarius, is the Five of Pentacles. So maybe you are worried about money, but for some, Sagittarius, you could be unknown here. Looks like whether or not this person will leave somebody out, or unknown if you might be living in lack. Maybe for some, you are living in this place. You are here with the money and you want to leave because you're not happy, and the garden and the gate, right? So over here and you're unknown, well, I don't know if I'll be living in lack or not. Financial lack most likely, but I don't believe this reading is so much about financial lack when we see true love. I don't believe it is. But for some, it could have been about a relationship of convenience. And the Six of Pentacles is your person's hope. I feel like this person here, maybe they're trying to get their fair share out of some type of a financial settlement. We don't know, Sagittarius, but there's a few pentacles in this reading. There are kind of a lot. We have the Ace, the Four, the Queen again, the Six of Pentacles, the 10, and the 5, right? So, there could be money that's important here. Yeah, and maybe your person wants a give and take relationship with you, because I feel like they do. I feel like they're leaving money worries behind or something. I feel like your person is probably the one who's leaving the gate, or, the estate. Like, they're not, I don't want to be here anymore. Even if it's abundant, it's beautiful here, I'm not happy or in love. And what they are fearing or doubting is the Six of Swords. Your person here, what's on their mind here is the Six of Swords as well. This person is most likely in transition, and I believe sacrificing somebody because of their true love for you. It does look like that. And they are kind of afraid here that when they get to the other side of the shore, right, you might, I don't know, Sagittarius, you might like do a spell on them, right? I'm just unsure here. Queen of Swords right here, showing up in what's unknown to them. So this is another like, well, I'm trying to figure it out and discern it here. And maybe they don't, maybe unknown is maybe they think you're going to be an itch, a Sagittarius. I don't mean, after the mosquito bites you, have been biting me right here, right? Yeah. Um, but, maybe they think you're going to be mean to them or something. It's possible. This could be about anything, this Queen of Swords. It could be about somebody they're dealing with, right? The Queen of Swords doesn't always have to be somebody who's bitchy, though. No, it doesn't, right? It could simply be that, for me, your person is kind of unknown about what's going to happen when they come to you. It does look like that. So let's look at their cards, and they start with the Mermaid, and this is a wild card in this deck. And the interesting thing about this is that this is, comes from an oracle deck with animals, right? So the mermaid is half woman and half fish, or, but the fish has to do with her consciousness, right? Her divine energy, her divine feminine energy, right? Basically like Pisces, and we all have divine feminine energy if we want to tap into it, right? And, but not everybody has accepted it, or they're afraid of it, or whatever their issue is. And this is what we need, though, everybody to wake up. And it will be great for them. It will be great for the rest of the world. And, we can stop the psychos who are, top down, right? And so we have enchanting, unconventional, and strong convictions. Yeah, the mermaid here has the blue rose. There is no, I don't think there's a real blue rose. Let's look at what it says about the red-haired. Maybe you have red hair, Sagittarius, right? But, it's kind of hard to come by. So mermaids think with their hearts, right? And congratulations, the card you have selected is a wild card that you have chosen, right? Mermaids have been part of human consciousness for a very long time. While the mermaid holds the blue rose is a symbol for miracles. So this person, that is their first card, Sagittarius, and they have strong convictions because of their true love for you, right? They really believe in this, right? And this is unconventional. This is something, maybe you are the third party, and you know how they always say, they don't always say, but often a person will never leave somebody for anybody else, or I feel like this is your twin, or your divine partner, your cosmic partner, soulmate, whatever you like to say about it, or however you like to describe it. Yeah, this is interesting here. They live at a similar but different frequency. Yeah, and yeah, and this is about a miracle here. Everything works out better than I imagined. This is the affirmation that your person may be saying. Mermaids think with their hearts. You too can do that. In fact, there is a proof that the heart has a similar cellular structure to the brain. Yeah, Greg Braden was talking all about that, right? While my daughter is telling me, no, or whatever, she is kind of waking up, though. She is. And the mermaid is here, Sagittarius. Yes, the heart has its own brain. So when you think with your heart, you trust your intuition. But, society has taught us to get all worried with fear, with our rational mind, with the law. Oh, that doesn't look logical. Oh, law, right? It's all about fear. For sure it is. And crossing your person as mistakes. Allow me to know it's okay to make mistakes. Let me always take care of the inner child so he or she feels loved no matter what. Your person made a major mistake. And maybe they chose somebody that was not their true love. It really could be, but they made some major mistake here. And so now, with their awakening and their higher consciousness, they have kind of cured their inner child, right? Yeah, because once you have completely, and your consciousness is higher, your child, your inner child is not really wounded anymore. It's cured, or it's healed. Yeah, and we have healing energy moves through you, the mystic healer. Yeah, and why it's all happening for your person is spaciousness. What do I no longer need? You see, there's a sacrifice here that's made by your person. Show me what will fill me with enthusiasm and joy. They know that you're going to fill them. That's why they have that card. We're going to end the reading and go to their extended. They're all super affordable. I have the link below. Thank you so much, you guys, for joining me. And we're going to have that oracle spread. I'm excited, Sagittarius, because I think it's cool, right? Yeah, I do. And when anybody wakes up and, right? And so we're going to have their Oracle spread and a 10-card tarot spread. Thank you so much for joining me here. God bless you guys. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe.